Alright, we're back. We're Creeptober, Resident Evil 0. Last time we defeated the Scorpion, got a bunch of stuff from the upstairs bar area, and now we can actually move on, break Rebecca free from her little prison, and continue on with the rest of the stuff that we actually need to do for completing this whole sequence of the game. And I'm going to try to do it in this video, but I might have to split this into two. Try not to keep these too long. This is a fairly lengthy game in comparison to the games that quote-unquote came after it. You know, the Resident Evil 1, 2, 3 on the PlayStation 1. So yeah, now that we're back in the dining car, go in here. Two things to do in here. The first one is to use this lever thing that we found to open that. Also, I don't know why I didn't bother to ditch the ink ribbons before I left the save point. And over here is this thing, which we need to use, or we need to give Rebecca the ice pick so she can actually get out of that room. Because remember, the thing said you need something sharp, and apparently this is the only sharp thing in the entire train. You know, she's not in like a kitchen or anything with a bunch of knives or a fork or anything of that sort, right? No, not at all. Yeah, there's none of that in this cabinet there. What would we be thinking there were otherwise? A Resident Evil game. And we take the ice pick. Now, unfortunately, you can't just click on the door to use it. You actually have to, you know, select the thing to open it. And she unstucks the doorknob and can leave. We do not need to come back up here, so I'm going to ignore that zombie entirely. And I don't know if Billy, I think Billy can come down here, or it might tell you he's too big for this duct and you have to have Rebecca come in here. But either I'd use Rebecca for it regardless. How did that, was I not shooting him? I hate the whole off-screen perspective nonsense. Well, I grabbed this first aid spray, and since since Rebecca's going to be my shotgun user, she's taking the shotgun ammo. That is for another thing that we'll worry about in just a minute. And then we need this thing, which is a gold ring. And you wonder, what will get this possibly be for? Well, it's for that briefcase that we saw. It's one of the keys for it. So that's why I said it didn't look like a normal key. And that's, you know, freaking that. So now we unlock the door and Billy can come in. And he's gonna get attacked by this asshat. Please, oh god, there's no dodge! Why can I not dodge anybody? He dead. No. He dead. Thank you. Reload. And then you see this little thing in here and you're like, what is, it's a wine bottle? Or an empty bottle? What is this? What kind of noise would that be? Well, you'll see in just a second what these are for. Because it creates a new weapon that I rarely use. If you grab a wine bottle and a gas tank... No, wrong button. You combine them and you make Molotov cocktails, which you throw at things and they die, allegedly. Alright, now I want to switch to Rebecca.
This way.
Okay.
Tell Billy to start following again, and then we're going out here. because what we need is on that wall right there. And we need to pull the release lever. And this is one of many times where she will stay in place unless you move. Then you gotta switch over to Billy. Damn it. I was supposed to tell her to stop following before.
I'll go.
Okay. You're supposed to tell your partner to stop following before you do this. Because obviously if you switch with the other, you know, to grab this thing and start walking, she turn around and follow you, pretty much ignoring the whole reason why you're out here. And we need a hook shot, which is a thing that we will use actually a couple times during the game. Okay, this device should only be used when expecting difficult to access car roofs. Again, they should all have ladders. I don't know how difficult to access. Reconnecting trains, blah blah, turn it properly. Yeah, this just tells you where to use it. And then, yeah. This thing worth 80 kilograms, that's, what, like 200 pounds? So it'll work for the two of them.
Roger.
Or, not the two of them. It'll work for either one of them, but not both. Which is why you're supposed to, you know, how you know to split up and whatnot. And you know that if you ever use the hook shot, then you're going to have to split up the party. Which is a bad rule in any game, especially Resident Evil. Unless it's Resident Evil 4, then you want to tell Ashley, go hide somewhere, you little niblet, and I can do this myself. But yeah, I think this car and then the next car. And I believe that is a trigger point for zombies to respawn. Yep. I want to shoot Rebecca. Oh, that guy's of course still alive. Yeah, Rebecca apparently, or your partner, will not shoot you in the back. And I don't think you can shoot them in the back. I don't know if that's because, like, it just won't allow you to, or the bullets, you know, magically stop in them. But the thing that we need to do is right here. She's not alarmed and or shooting at anybody. So everything should be good, and of course there's the broken ladder. Now we use the hook shot to get upstairs. The main part is when you have access to both characters and you're trying to do something important. You usually want to use Billy for it because he's much more capable of taking damage. Passenger cabin below, jumped out through the crack, yes. And this guy. You dead? Okay, so in here we have another survival knife. If you missed one somehow. Or no, I mean, Billy starts with one, obviously, but if you want Rebecca to have one. Oh, he can't carry it. Damn it. What does he have that he can get rid of? I'm never going to use these. Well, not that I'm never going to use them, but basically what happens is any items that you drop on the train, when something happens, you can't basically lose it. Even when you leave the train, you will still be able to pick it all back up, as long as you've left it. Anything you don't touch, like that knife on the ground, will not appear. What we need to do is examine this box, get it to thing to open it, so we can grab the silver ring. And then have another cutscene. Yeah, all those eggs that were out there. They're going to introduce, I don't want to say a new enemy, but a new annoyance, as it were. They put these little leeches out here, and if they start crawling on you, basically you have to shake them off, and it does a little bit of damage. You can step on them if you get the character's feet to run up on them.
Let's regroup.
Roger.
Okay, now that we have both rings, what we can actually do is ignore that guy. We can go back to the where we left the briefcase. Is Edward up now? No, he's still there. We go back to where we left the briefcase. Basically, pick it up, open it, and then get what we want out of it. Pick it up. Back up, thank you. Yes. Okay, now combine that on that there. Exchange, grab Billy's ring. Combine that on that there. And then examine this. And now you see it's got the 2 rings in it, so briefcase has been unlocked. Open it? No, I'm going to sit there and stare at it. And inside, we get the blue key card for opening the main door of the whole garbage. Want to take... No, not all of them. Ah, damn it. We're running low on ammo, aren't we? Okay, there's that. And then what I want to do is... I want her to take that. And I want her to use this to combine with this one for basically another full heal. And let's go. This should be the, I'll say, epic climax of the train area. Yeah, I know it's locked. I want to use the key card on this thing here. I can't. No need to use it now, even though you're standing right next to it. So these games are so freaking specific. Why can I not? Okay, card. Okay, now she's facing it. Thank you. The door is now unlocked. Yeah, of course I'm throwing it away. I'm not keeping items. What's wrong with you?
This is Delta Team. This is Delta Team. We have
How did you get on the train?
Over.
Understood.
This does not make any sense. How was
Does
the
it?
T-virus leaked?
I don't know. Why
And
don't you
would
tell
it
me?
contaminate both the lab and the mansion, as well as a train almost 3 miles away?
That's irrelevant. We must
Not
make
really.
sure no
That's
knowledge of this
that's
gets
actually a
out.
pretty solid question.
Destroy the train. Completely. How far away are you from the nearest branch line?
Now, anybody playing this game, starting off chronologically, is going to be a little confused as to why Wesker, like the brooding, with the flat top and the sunglasses, is all sitting there acting like he's part of the evil team. And if you watch Ryan's playthrough, he's captain of the Stars team. It's, so if you like try to, what I usually do when I try to play games in order, playing Resident Evil 0 first because it's the first, happening instance, you get kind of confused at things because obviously when this game was released, it was, I think, after Resident Evil 3 and Code Veronica and before 4. So, like, at that point, some of the things in here were kind of common knowledge amongst the Resident Evil timeline. Use the brake control. Three steps necessary. Activate controls. Brake controls are following locations. There's one in the front and there's one in the back. So, yeah. Enter the code. Enter the code for the driver's permit, and then you can activate the brakes. Okay, who's going to stay behind? Billy is going to stay behind.
I'll go over to the back deck and manipulate the control panel for the brake. You stay here and apply the brake when ready.
Okay. Rebecca.
Huh?
This is kind of a troll move on the game. Because she's about to go through the door, right? They put you in front of the door, but you need this thing. Oh, and she's going to take these bullets here. And we have a timer. 3.5 minutes should be plenty. But you need this key card. And they kind of put you away from it and hope that you notice it. It's kind of a dick move from the game point of view. But yeah, let's ignore. These guys are going to get up, just ignore them. I try to ignore most of the enemies here. It's a little difficult sometimes. Sometimes their pathing algorithms aren't exactly perfect. If I remember, Edward should be up there. Just shoot till he falls over. Come on, come on. Knock them all down. Come on, get off me. Get off me. Get off me. Get off me. Oh, come on! There's no dodge in this game. None. There is zero dodging. Well, that was a waste. I will get back to that and meet you guys next time on Resident Evil 0 Creeptober. Freaking garbage.